Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Naomi, the Brickanista, and I'm trying a new setup today. You probably notice I have a headset on, and I've got my Yeti back. You probably remember I've had my Yeti before, and I have noticed that the audio quality hasn't been as good on some of my programs, so I figured I would try this out. And also, I believe, the way I have this set up, my headset communicates back to me what you're hearing. So you probably hear the music as well, kind of on a lower, hopefully it's not broadcasting too loud. I can hear it, and I think this is what you're hearing as well. So anyway, today is an exciting day because I am going to be building as I normally do for Thrifty Thursday. And I have this creator set, a 3-in-1 set, the 31124. This is the Super Robot set, and I picked this up at the store, and I just realized, hopefully I got this price point right. I believe it's $12.99. In fact, maybe I should go check. Let me go check. Let me go double check, just so I'm not giving you the wrong information. But I am so excited about this particular set because the alternate build, one of them is a dinosaur, or I'm sorry, a dragon. So when I saw this, I said, okay, I've got to do the dragon. It just has to be that way. So we're going to do a dragon. We'll do that alternate build, and then we're going to segue and move over to Instagram. It's the first time I'm doing a back-to-back broadcast, but this was the best time that Suzanne Brickback NL could make it. And oh, I overpriced this. This is only $9.99. So we're going to be doing that, a $9.99 set, which has 3 different options. So we're going to be doing the dragon option. So I'll try to get this close to the camera. So you can see we have the Super Robot, and then we have 2 alternate builds on top of that. We have this dragon over here, and it looks like a plane of some sort. So we can do either one of those. And like I said, I've got a new setup here, and I just need to make sure my down camera is working properly. But yeah, I'm super excited because as you know, I can't believe it's already been 9 weeks since I left Arizona, but I'm still unpacking stuff from there. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Building and lurking. Okay, no problem. Happy Thrifty Thursday to you, too. Yeah, I think one of the things that I like about Thrifty Thursday is that it's predictable. Every Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, I go on the air and I pick a set that's $20 or less. And last week, I worked on the Wolverine mech, and I noticed that's also becoming very popular because I just saw Doc Samson build it tonight. And, you know, there's a lot of really, really wonderful sets that are out there and available. Okay, so I think I got my down camera working properly. And I'm trying out this other method that I'm using this non-stick or non-slip little mat. So here, I'll show you. So here we go. So this is that mech set, and normally what I've done in the past is I have worked out of the box so that I don't lose any pieces, because I've been known to have them fly all over the place. And in this case, we are going to do this. Okay, so Zach, let me know, do you think the music's a little too loud? Do I need to bring it down a little bit? Vicarious Brick Dress, how are you? Aloha. I'm just wondering, let me bring this down just a hair. How about there? I don't want it to be too quiet. It's in between songs right now. So once it starts on the next song. Hello, Victorious or Vicarious. Yeah, so I'm working on this $9.99 set, and this one is a 3-in-1 set that's available. It's called the Super Robot. And I am going to be working on the dragon. So this is something that I've been using this which is pretty cool. It's a liner. It's actually a liner you would put inside a drawer. And I got this from Daiso, and I've been using it to put on some of my other tables that and these tables, these plastic tables are nice, but the problem is they're too slippery. So what I've been doing is I've been trying this out. I did it last week when we were working, or actually Sunday, when I was working on another set, and it was so easy. I was working on the Candy Castle set. Yeah, so I'm going to try this out and see if my record holds, where don't have to worry about that. You're actually not hearing the music. Oh, interesting. Okay, let me see. Oh, I see. Here, how about now? Can you hear it now? It's I've been using this guitar lately. It's been very soothing. It's like folk guitar music. Yeah. I still think it's better to open like a box rather than opening with the push tabs. So as they say on the Brickanisa Broadcast Network, friends don't let friends use push tabs. And hello, Lena Inverse. How are you? Great to have you here. So yeah, I've been, I was mentioning that this pad I'm using is from Daiso. And what I've started doing now is started knolling right on this pad. And it's worked. It worked last time. Hopefully it'll work again. Now the other thing about these 3-in-1 sets is you notice that they don't have numbered bags. And that's intentional, because you don't know which bag you're going to be working on or which booklet you're going to be working on. And as I mentioned, this comes with 3 options, and I wanted to do, oh, look at that. It was the first one I picked, the dragon. Yeah, so they have 3 booklets, which is nice because, you know, for $9.99, especially if you have several kids, you could buy 3 of these and give them to each one and say, hey, why don't you do the dragon? Why don't you do the robot? And why don't you do the plane? And they could all be working together with their individual sets, and it's not going to put you out too much money. So yeah, you hear it in the background. It's comfortable. Okay, good. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I've been using that chill EDM for a long time, that electronic dance music, and then I would realize that some of the songs would come in and they were just really bizarre. And I like this guitar music. It's soothing and good background music. So yeah, I'm glad you like it too. You're proud of yourself for not buying it, the set, just because I'm building it? Oh! Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad. And how can I be vicarious? Well, that is kind of the definition of vicarious, right? It's like living through others. And I'm not sure why, but here, hold on. I think my screen is cutting things off. Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, for some reason, my chat is looking a little weird because, let me just try one more thing. This has happened to me before, and I'm not sure why it's doing this, but I'm going to put this in the background so I can make sure I'm reading all of your chat properly. And you can hear the echo. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, you're proud of yourself for not buying this set just because you're building it. Okay, living vicariously, that's true. Awesome. And like I said, you just have to forgive me for going between screens. Today was strange. So you're glad for Thrifty Thursday? Well, that's good. Yeah, this is, I mean, if you think about why people tune into streamers, a lot of it is just, you know, you're comfortable with the way the streamer is and you can learn something. I hope that's what people get when they listen to me. And if you can, you know, hang out and learn something about Lego and not worry about how your day was, that's a good thing. So I'm doing some preliminary knolling, and I just realized I'm a little off screen, so let me move this down a little bit and see what's going on. Got some slopes. I've thought about using a set like this for a re-brick this challenge in the future, but we shall see. Just put some plates over here. Yeah, and there's something too about acoustic guitar, which is just overall very soothing. I have a guitar in storage. I haven't actually worked with it much. By the way, when you are in the area, I still have a gift wrapped Bionicle set. I will have time actually this whole weekend, because Easter weekend I'm pretty sure I don't have any plans tomorrow. I don't have any plans on Sunday because I'm not streaming. So by the way, so Sunday there'll be no streams this Sunday. And Monday's pretty free too. I should be able to come by and swing over your way sometime. But, you know, I don't want to interrupt if you've got plans for Easter. Totally understand. And I know, I'm sorry, and just so people know, Lena, for me to go see Lena, it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour each way. So I have to plan my trip when I go to see them. Don't worry. But thank you for taking good care of it. And you've always been very generous, so thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so you can kind of see I've got a lot of mixel joints over here. Not a lot of bricks. This is the only brick that's in here right now. You're going to be cleaning this weekend? Try to make Sunday work? Okay. Yeah, why don't we do that? Like I said, I don't have any specific plans, and I've decided to take pretty much this whole weekend. I want to redo my setup. I was mentioning that I've taken over my entire living room for my Lego space, and now that things are getting better and they're opening up, I haven't really been able to entertain. Not that I do a lot of entertaining, but I used to do these tea parties way back. And I was thinking about, I haven't had a tea party in a long time. I did have tea with my neighbors, so that was nice when I got back. They took care of my place while I was gone. But yeah, I think now that things are getting somewhat normal, I want to be able to do some more things. So that means I'm going to have to rearrange how things are here. You can go get our nails done. Well, if we get our nails done, we can't do it Easter Sunday. I think we're going to have to find another day. I think a lot of people take Easter off. So maybe Monday. Monday might work if you're not busy Monday. Yeah, so Lena and I were talking about getting our nails done, kind of as a reward for our news, which, let's see, can I make it public? I think I can. I got a job offer. So I got a job offer, and I have been working with my clients to make sure that there's a good transition period. So I'll be starting my new job on April 25th. I'm very excited, because it also has to do with Lego. Yeah, I'll probably, I was going to wait until tomorrow to make the full announcement, but since you're my regulars, I'll let you know that it shouldn't affect my streams that much, because I stream late at night. If I stream at 9 o'clock, that shouldn't change. Only time it would change, and just like it does now, is if I'm traveling. So if I'm traveling and I'm not able to get on, then yeah, I'll have to cancel some streams. But anyway, so yes, I am super, super excited. Let me go check the chat. Like I said, for some reason, this other program is cutting the chat off. Your family will be gathering next week because some people are on a trip. Okay, you're afraid for the 24th and you're working on Monday. Okay. Yeah, tea times are always fun, definitely. Hooray for you. I'll be dying to hear. Okay. Well, how about this? I will, if you want to, this might be a good teaser. I am going to be on Instagram right after this. So at 11 o'clock, I will be moving over to Instagram to do an Instagram Live. So maybe I'll post it there because I have a bigger following on Instagram than I do here and more people see it. So I think that's what I'll do. So I know some of you may not be able to hang for that long, so that's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you it's really, it's a great position. I'm super excited, and I almost feel like that's my reward for all the years that I've been doing a variety of things, and they've all kind of come together. And for those of you who've watched me for over a year, remember when I started Brickanista on the Move and I was building in the parking lot of the Edmonds Library parking lot and the psychic came by? A lot of what she said is true. It is so freaking eerie. And the day I start my job is 1 year from the date of that Brickanista on the Move episode. So that was my very first Brickanista on the Move. If you haven't seen it, then fast forward to the point where you see this woman in black with this black hat come by and tell me she has to tell me this because she just got out of prayer and worship, and I need to tell you this. And I was like, okay. It was interesting. Her name's Violet Kushawa, and she came by and she looked like she was in pain. So I asked her if she was okay. And then she, she said, yeah, I'm just stretching. I'm fine. And then she comes back and she tells me, I just got out of prayer and worship and I was thinking about you and I need to tell you this. And she told me about what my career was going to be, what things I was going to be doing. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that lady seemed crazy. I know. And thank you for saying you're proud of me. But she did seem crazy, right? And even when she was saying all this, it was kind of like, okay, so my followers are saying, do you think I'm indigenous? She kept calling me indigenous all the time. But she nailed a couple of things. I mean, it was kind of, once I got the job offer and everything, I was kind of like, oh, she said that. She said that a year ago. And I was like, whoa. It was mind-blowing, honestly. Okay, so I didn't null these pieces, so I may have to, let's see, yeah. I'm a little nervous about nulling everything because I don't want to lose some of these, so I'm still going to pick and grab out of here. You know what I probably should do? I usually have a seaweed container, but how come I don't have one close by? Aha. Here's one. My dog's like, she's building again. So for those of you who don't know, these are those individual seaweed containers that you get, and you just wash them afterwards, and then you can use them for things like this. So, yeah. But thank you. Yeah, Lena knows. I told Lena and a few other people about the job I got. And so I'll just give you a preview. One of the things the psychic said was you're going to be working with kids K through 6. You're going to be working with K through 6 kids, and you're going to be talking to deans of colleges. And it was like, at the time I was thinking, okay, and what kind of job does that, right? But she nailed it. She really nailed it. The only thing that was maybe she's a little off is it's actually K through 12, not K through 6. So, yeah. You are an honorary member of an indigenous group. Yeah, she did say we're all indigenous, and she went into talking about, Jesus sees all of us, and so she did go a little out there for a while. But when she said, I am going to be working with K through 6 children, and I'm going to be talking to deans of colleges. And at the time, I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird. But the job that I'm going to have does both of those. And I was like, whoa, Whoa. You need to grab some sorting trays? You're going to be right back? Okay. Yeah, I know. It was just like, wow. And remember at the time when she stopped by, I remember saying on the air, I said, I couldn't have planned that, you know, because it was the very first episode where I took a set and I drove out to the library, because this is early in the pandemic. Don't forget, a year ago, we had been starting, you know, I was starting to get kind of cabin fever, just like sitting in my apartment. So I said, okay, if I go out and I stream, and it was also a good test to see if I could stream on the road. But I had to find places that had internet access and that you could do like in a car or outdoors. So I started going to a couple of libraries, and my very first one was the Edmonds Library, and that's where I met Violet. So, and I remember when you watch the video cut out. The stream had died, but I had recorded it on my laptop, so I got everything. And so I went back after the broadcast, and I went and listened to the video, and I edited it and put it up, and I was like, wow. I'm glad I asked her to talk to the camera, because I wouldn't have been able to remember everything she said. You're going to do a face scan of her to see if she can find out if she's on the grid. She's on the grid. In fact, people were making fun of her because they said, yeah, you know, she wants business, because the first thing she said was, hi, I'm Violet Kushwa of, and then she said her website. But seriously though, you know, she said that a year ago, and the fact that I'm starting my job on the day that she gave me this, you know, reading, it was pretty freaky. Like I said, I don't put a lot of weight on those things, but I do have friends who are in that community. I have a friend who is an astrologer, for example, and I have another friend who does tarot readings. And you know, there's something to be said about this other world, that, you know, we don't necessarily control everything we think we control. You know, there could be other forces out there. If you think about superhero stories, a lot of it is similar too. Anyway, this is really cool with all of these 2x2 slopes and the shaping that's going on with this. You're going to see if she's a ghost? What? She seems surreal. Well, she's a real person. I'm pretty confident she's a real person. But like I said, I was still blown away once, you know, I accepted the job and everything's falling into place, and people have been very supportive too. You know, people who, my client, when I had to tell them today that our contract will be over at the end of June, I told them, you know, I'm not going to leave you in a lurch. So we're going to find somebody who can, you know, replace us. And I think I found the solution for them this afternoon. So yeah, it's just, like I said, things work for a reason. And I think it's also kind of my reward for what I did going to Arizona. I think the universe was saying, you're a good person. You did that for your parents. We're gonna reward you. At least that's my hope. Okay, I'm a little concerned. Did I miss a step here? Because it looks like there's supposed to be a clip. No, I think I did put that clip. That's this clip from earlier. We're okay. As Vicarious Brickstress was saying the other day, streaming and taking care of the chat and keeping things engaging. Oh, Doc Sampson's here. Hey, Doc. I was watching Doc's show. I had to run some errands right before my show. But I tell you, talk about stressful. He has to build with fuzzy hands. So trying to get all of the pieces aligned and working. That's challenging too. So yeah, Doc, we are working on the alternate build of this set. This one, which is the Super Robot. It's only $9.99, and it has 3 different options. So we're working on the dragon. Yeah, in fact, Doc remembers this. Remember the psychic and how she predicted what I would be doing? Well, I just accepted a job, and I'm going to start on Monday. And I'm going to probably announce it on my Instagram because I have a bigger following there. Yeah, but I was just mentioning how she predicted it, and it's kind of eerie that I'm starting my job a year after she made that prediction. So yeah. The psychic may be real, but she also could have said things that influenced my choices. Yeah, possibly. I know she isn't a ghost because I've never seen a ghost on camera or in life. Okay, yeah. Wasn't that the first On the Move? Yes, it was the very first On the Move episode. That's the other thing. It was something I was trying, and then I ran into the psychic. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Doc has the softest hands in the Lego community. Yes, he does. Yes. So funny. Yeah, so anyway, it's just interesting, in retrospect. But I was talking to some other friends, and they said, well, a broken clock is correct twice a day. People can make predictions, and, you never know whether, can you say it was really a prediction or it was just a wild guess, and a wild guess could be right twice a year. I thought that was funny. You bet Doc doesn't have fingerprints on his builds. Yes, he doesn't. That's funny. Oh, and by the way, what was the secret word? So he has this new show where he says, guess the secret word and shut my stream down. So and he writes the word on a book. Excuse me. He writes the word on a book, and then if you say it, then he'll reveal it, and then the stream shuts down, which is an interesting premise. But so did anybody shut the stream down, Doc? There are pieces of felt between the bricks. Yes. Faggy. How do you pronounce that? Can you spell it phonetically for me, please? Spell it phonetically as if you're in a spelling bee. Okay, so we're making some interesting, and I'm going to move this down here so my hands aren't in the frame. I just noticed that. So rhymes with beige. Oh, Fiji? Fiji. Faux fum. I've never heard of that word, Fiji. What does it mean? Yeah, we really are having a spelling bee, aren't we? Okay. So I guess, I'm going to guess we're working on the tail right now. Fiji. Wow. Yeah, there's no way anybody would have guessed that. No freaking way. Oh, okay. So you can see what we're doing here. We got, yep, I was right. This is the tail. And in these new instructions, you could see they have this flourish. Like, ta-da! You got a tail on there. I do kind of like these because they also have progress bars. So you're kind of like, it's like when kids say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Like, clearly we're not there yet, otherwise we'd be there. It's kind of a silly question if you think about it. Like, are we there yet? Yeah, so I will be working with kids in this new job, and also with Lego, which I'm so excited about. Kevin Feige is the architect of the MCU. Oh, okay. It's the guy's last name. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Otherwise, it'd be kind of like, okay. Is that Latin for something? Yeah, I'm really digging this music. Soothing. I mean, the other music was kind of cool because it, is kind of energetic and kept you going, but it was also kind of weird sometimes. This is soothing without necessarily being, monotonous, at least for me. And it doesn't get in the way too of your stream, as far as overshadowing your stream. These 1x2 plates, rounded plates, are nice. Let's see what that's gonna do. MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is what the MCU is. If you're a big Marvel fan, I believe there are now 25, maybe more. I think the original Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think, starts with maybe one of the Spider-Man movies, but it goes for a while. And if you're a hardcore fan, I think there's 20 some odd movies. And that's including the individual movies about Thor. I think there's like 3 movies about Thor. There are all the movies about Spider-Man. There's the Avengers movie, several of those movies. So yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, and it's taking it farther now because Disney now has miniseries. And one of the people who's big into the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Jesse's Brick Galaxy. So I've started following him more closely, and he's been giving a spoiler show about the Moon Knight, which is a new series about one of the characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But does that count as cinematic because it is a series? It's not a standalone movie? I don't know. Some would argue that's technically not a movie, because a movie is technically something that can stand on its own and typically more than an hour. So I would argue that that's technically not cinematic. It is part of the story of the Marvel stories, but it's not cinematic. Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is that your favorite Lego theme, Doc? I don't know. Is that your favorite theme, Doc? I don't think so. I have a feeling that Doc has other interests too. Okay, my dog finally figured out if she goes to her bed, she won't be interrupted with me, moving things around. So I'm glad she found her spot. Yeah. Yeah, so I had a friend before Avengers Endgame. He had hosted the Marvel Cinematic Universe series of films back to back for I think a whole week, where him and his friends all got together and they watched all the movies in order back to back. So yeah, it's possible. So you can see there's the neck, and we've got the head here and the tail. So yeah, it's coming together. Very cute. All right, let's see what's next. Yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think I could. I mean, it's hard enough for me to watch a trilogy. Like watching the Lord of the Rings or, I don't know, the Spider-Man movies. There's Star Wars, as good as they are, to sit there to watch all those movies back to back, that kind of melts your mind. I think that taking them in one at a time and thinking about them is much more satisfying to me. Okay, so you can see we're doing individual legs, I think, for this one. And more mixels. Yeah, there's a lot of fans who really love superheroes. And I think when Lego got the rights to do the Marvel ones, yeah, I think that also, you know, brought some new life to that. I mean, there's comic book fans for a long time, as you know, with Comic-Con and some of these others, but now it's kind of mainstream for Lego too. Okay, so Doc likes space and 3-in-1, including city space. Yeah, speaking of space, friends in space. We're gonna get friends in space. I'm excited about that. It's about time. Help me. The sound of the ball joints clicking together is gonna make me want to give in and buy this. It's only it's only $9.99. Yeah, I mean, oops, there goes my dog. What's the matter, girl? She hears something outside. Yeah. Well, like I said, $9.99, and you get a lot of mixel joints. It's not like, you know, when those video sets came out and you had to pay $19.99 for what, 75 pieces. You like the large Batman cardboard Batmans. Oh, hi Johnny G. How are you? Thank you. Yeah. No, that I got from one of the vendors. He was selling his displays, and I said, I need that Batman. I actually bought recently a Scooby-Doo, but I haven't brought it out because I don't know where to put it just yet. And I also have, I must have put it back, but I had a R2-D2 as well. So I think when I rearrange my space, I will have to put R2-D2, Scooby-Doo, and Batman out. They're all cardboard cutouts. Yeah, if you go to these pop culture stores, you can usually get them. But the Batman one is specific to Lego, and when this vendor was selling it, when he was rearranging his space, I told him, I will come back for that Batman. Please set it aside while I go to the bank and get some cash for you. Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. I just heard an oh no moment, but that wasn't something that had to do with this. There was something else that just fell off the table. So this is still legit. This method that I'm doing right here. So I don't know what happened there, but okay. So here we go. So you like these mixels, the snapping of the mixels? There you go. I know, but I'm a minimalist. a failing minimalist. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm a hoarder per se, but I have an organization problem. I will say that. I need to find a better way to organize things. But I think I'm pretty good about not hoarding a lot of sets. I mean, I do need to build some. In fact, this is something I probably need to ask the chat, that there's going to be a couple big sets that I have on the horizon, and I've got to figure out, should I build them on Instagram or on YouTube? I'm kind of leaning possibly towards YouTube, or I was also thinking about just having like private YouTube session, or not YouTube, but Zoom sessions, where, you know, you just kind of hang out with a bunch of people and you build. But the only problem is that's not recorded, and that's kind of the benefit. That's why I've been leaning towards YouTube more than any other platform, even though I stream on Twitch as well. The problem with Twitch is that they don't keep any archives after 60 days. So if you had recorded something and you really liked it, you better have a backup copy on your laptop, because it will not be on the Twitch site for very long, which can be a good thing, because if you said something embarrassing that you don't want people to see, it will disappear if you forget to remove it. But if you did something really cool and you didn't save it as a clip, it's gone. So that's part of the reason why, streaming is also managing the recordings. A group build. You'd like a group build? Like on Zoom, you mean? Or like a group build recorded, like on StreamYard? I could do that as well. Yeah, so one of the sets, and I've been talking to Lego Maniac Zach about this, is we both have the Stranger Things set, and we were thinking, it'd be kind of cool to be able to stream that or build it together at the same time, because the nice thing about building a large set together with somebody is that when you run into a problem, then usually that person may have seen it before or can give you other suggestions. And I'll give you an example. I did stream a couple large builds when I first got started, and one of those was the haunted house, and I was getting through this and I noticed I was missing a 3x3 black plate, and Debo was watching at the time, and he actually looked through the instructions and he said, go check the roof, because you may have put that 3x3 black in the wrong place on the roof. And he was right. Stranger Things 4 is coming out this summer. Yeah, we might want to save it for that. A recorded group build. Yeah, we might do that. I could do that on Zoom. So in other words, we hang out on Zoom, I press the record button, and then we can just kind of hang out and chill and chat, and then I can upload it afterwards. So that's another option too. By the way, do I have Al's Barbershop Modular? No, I definitely don't. Hey, Zach, you maniac. Because that is something I'm planning on building. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have that. In fact, the only modular that I bought from the set is the Parisian restaurant, which is behind me here. So I have Batman on one side and I have the Parisian restaurant on the other side. And that's because after I built that Parisian restaurant, I was building my own modulars. I guess I didn't feel like there was any of the modulars I absolutely had to have. There are some builders that every time the modulars come out, they build them. Max Braun is here. Hey Max, how's it going? We are building the alternate build for the dragon with this super robot set. That's a cool set. Which one? The Parisian restaurant? Yeah. And part of the reason why I bought it was I wanted to better learn how to build modulars. And I had never built a modular before. But then once I built it, it was kind of like, well, do I want to drop 200 some odd dollars for, say, like the bookshop or Assembly Square or some of those, when I could build my own set of modulars? And that's pretty much what I've been doing. I mean, mine aren't as fancy as the ones that you can get from Lego, but like I built that ice cream shop, I built the coffee shop, I built a post office, I built a ramen shop. I mean, for those of you who've been watching me, I've been building a lot. I think what I do need to do, though, which I'm seriously thinking about doing, is I'm going to take my ramen shop and make it bigger, because it's on a 16 by 32. I think I need to make it bigger, and I've got to think about how I'm going to do that. But yeah, so that's the other thing, is that after I bought that, it goes back to funding, right? Do I want to spend a couple $100s on a modular that I did not design, or do I want to spend that money and design one of my own using pieces? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. those old modular sets are such a hot commodity now. Hard to find, and people want a ton of them nowadays. Yeah, I thought about that, and I even thought of the newer sets that have come out. The two that are of interest to me, I should say three. Three are of interest to me. One is the new Boutique Hotel. Another one is the bookshop with birch books. That looks interesting to me. And Assembly Square. Those are the three modulars that, if I had unlimited income, I would consider just getting. But, it goes back to, you have to make tough choices, right? So, for example, I just talked about Stranger Things. I got that set because the upside down building technique in that is something you just don't see. I don't think of any other sets where they've done something like that. And I really want to learn how they did that technique. And also the detail that they put with the stickers, and I'm sure all of the minifigs, especially the Gormagun, that is just something that you're not going to see in a lot of sets. So that's why I told myself, okay, I'm going to get that, and someday I'm going to build it. Hooded One is here. Hello. How are you? Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm actually going to be talking with somebody from the Netherlands in about an hour and 13 minutes. Did I get the job? Yes, I got the job. I was going to announce it on Instagram because I have a bigger following on Instagram. But yeah, I officially got the job offer on Monday. And I was just talking about how, remember that psychic? How I did that Brickanista on the Move episode, and she predicted some of what she said is true. And that's what's kind of eerie, because I'll be starting my new job exactly 1 year after that episode aired. How freaky is that? So yeah, I did get the job. And so for those of you who, congrats on getting the job. Thank you. Yeah. And like I said, I'm probably gonna give a full announcement either tomorrow or either on my Instagram announcement with Brickbrack NL, or maybe I'll wait till next week. But yeah, all the people who I needed to inform have been informed. So I don't want people to be blindsided. Yeah, so I had to tell my contractors. I told them on Tuesday. They were very supportive of me. They're very excited for me. And then I spoke with my client today, my major client. And yeah, it's, you don't want to make an announcement and then have people kind of hear secondhand. I don't think that's right. So that's why I waited, and now I feel pretty confident that I can make announcements about it. Yeah, some of you may know, I may have told you offhand, but I haven't made a formal announcement yet. And I'll make the real formal announcement on Monday when I start my first day of the job. Are you leaving, Lena? You said good night. I don't know if you're saying good night or good evening or goodbye, or for those of you who don't know, Hooded One's actually, it's early in the morning for him because he's in the Netherlands. So he likes to tune in to me before he goes to work. Start his day with some Lego and some talk about friends poaching animals. Yeah, I know, it's funny. That's because that's what the Brickanista talks about. But yeah, like I said, I'll tell you more about my job. You'll hear much more on the 25th because that's the very first day of my job. And that's when I'll post on LinkedIn and those socials and all of that. You're going to sleep? Oh, okay. Have a good evening. Good night. Yeah, good night, Lena. Okay, so these are the wings of the dragon. Let me just look at another view here. Let me zoom out just a hair. All right, so you can see we've got the head, we've got the back, we've got the tail. We put in the 2 legs here, and then these are the wings. And these, I guess, are little arms, because they do articulate. That is so cute. That is adorable. And the head does move. I think does the jaw move? No, the jaw does not move. So if you wanted to maybe modify this, you might put an articulating jaw here. You're surprised no Joel yet? Yeah, he'll probably show up. Or he might be holding out for the 11 o'clock. Yeah, so it is, I'm going to say, 9 hours ahead of me. Because, let's see, right now it's almost 10. So hooded one, it's probably almost 6 in the morning for him, if I got that right. They need to pay for the space program somehow with the poaching of animals. That's funny. Yeah, I have a feeling, Aubrey was telling me about how the Friends team have been giving away the Friends Treehouse to a couple different streamers. Like Emmasaurus got one and Tricky Bricks got one. I said, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get a Friends Appreciation Award or a set. I'm trying to see if I can get this to stand without... There we go. Let me zoom out just a hair. See, is this... Uh-oh. Is my... I guess that's as far out as it'll go. Because I have this, this gooseneck. Here we go. Do that a little bit. You're getting total Power Rangers Voltron vibes from this set. Yeah. Well, this is the alternate build. So you can see that I wanted to do the dragon. And this goes back to, sometimes you'll see this and you'll think, well, I don't want to tear this apart because I kind of like it. But I'm also looking, because I wonder if there's other things. There's a lot of pieces left over here. Are there some other things, like, why didn't they use these red wings? These would be great on this, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the model. They're not using the red. I mean, they put this here, but wouldn't this look better like something like that? I don't know. I'm thinking they need to make more space. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mod this. Some of the RLFMs are way too spoiled. Yeah. In fact, when I tell you about my job, it actually makes me glad that I'm not an RLFM, because I'm going to be able to enjoy a lot of Lego without having the RLFM constraints. Now, isn't that better with that red? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna modify this a little bit, because this wing looks kind of square and like an L shape, and I would like this to be, I don't know, more angled. But I'm trying to think which is the better angle. Should I put this over here instead? Or maybe even farther out, like that. Yeah, I'm even thinking that those angled plates might be better moved. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. See how this looks. Yeah, why didn't they use those big red plates for the wings? I mean, look at that. Isn't that so much better? Another acronym, please. What is RLFM? Recognized Lego Fan Media. Yeah, sorry. Remember, everybody, Vicarious Brickstress is new here, so if we're dropping a bunch of acronyms, sorry about that. Yeah, look at that. This looks so much better with those red wings. Okay, so that's one thing that is better. I'm just trying to think if I can make this a little less blocky. Let's see, can I move this down a little? No, I think it's still better on the edge. Yeah, we're still gonna do that. Right? Yeah. All right, what else do we have here? Yeah, there's like way too many pieces left over. They should be doing some more with what they have. That's so much better. Why'd you leave the red out? I guess they wanted to just keep the blue and the yellow. I don't know, the red really. It's a dragon, for goodness sake. You got it? Yeah, it looks better, doesn't it? Yeah. With some of the RLFMs, it's more about, look what I got. Exactly. And I think, and I even told Lego when I applied for RLFM, part of the thing that I do, which as you know I'm doing already, is I focus on affordable sets because not everybody can afford them. And, you know, trying to reach more of a audience where affordability is important. But I don't think Lego thought that was important. Clearly. Because if they did, they would consider that, right? Oh, this is nice. Look at this. We've got these angled plates. I could put some of these here. I mean, look at that. Yeah, why didn't they use these red pieces? This red looks so much better. Yeah, look at that. That looks a lot better. This dragon's got it going on. This is another part too. I mean, they could have added some, let's see. I think I saw another slope somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna do what Hooded One always says. Just pour all the pieces out. Okay, look at this. We have these red 1x2 slopes. I mean, you could put these, like put this one here maybe. Wait a minute. All right. We are definitely going to enhance this because it can definitely use, like, look at these. We could put a bunch of these going down if we do this right. I think part of the problem is there's a bunch of these 1x2 jumpers. I'm looking for regular 1x2s. Wow. Yeah, I do like this. And we could do one thing already. Put this at the end with the red tail. I mean, look at that. That one little enhancement helps. General question for the group. Has anyone ordered loose brick from Lego since they reorganized the shop at home? So I'm going to read out the acronyms. I feel like I've been waiting a long time for your parts. Yeah, I heard that there was an issue. So it's not just you, Max. Definitely there have been some issues. So I would just say, I guess hang tight for a little bit. Ooh, this is cool. Look at these ramps. All right. Let me, I guess, put this in the same angle as... Yeah, look at this. Look at these ramps. Lego, you had all these parts. You could put these ramps in here. Okay, I'm going to put another jumper here. And then, oops. We could put another ramp. Look at this. So much better. Look at that. I'm just following the slopes based on the back. That looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Seems like it is taking so long. Yeah, as before, but I'm in the middle of the Pacific. The special parts take a long time to arrive, yeah. Well, and Max, since you're here, I just wanted to also mention that I had mentioned on my stream, or actually on the Agents of Mock stream, that we are going to be doing in Bricks by the Bay the Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse. All right, so I'm playing around with this to see if the different layers, that's probably too tall, but yeah, so excited. The Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse. It's going to be a thing at Bricks by the Bay. So if you want to be in on this, you have time to ship a Micropolis module. I have to work through with the theme coordinators though. Yeah, look at this. So much better. Lego, you disappoint me, but thankfully we have lots of parts. Yeah, I mean, what's going on? We've got so many things we could do. Like here, look at this. We could put some detailing here on the edges. That's a mouthful to say. I know, isn't it great? Too many M's are so many M's, but think about it. It's cool to say you're part of the Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse. When you get used to it, it flows. Yeah. So I'm looking at other places where I can add these little details. So these little curved pieces are nice. These curved 1x2s. I mean, look at that. Isn't this looking better already? Yeah. So the Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse, which means as long as you build on the standard, you could have a Spider-Man mock next to a Harry Potter mock, next to a Disney mock. You can do whatever you want because they'll all fit in Micropolis. And so, yeah, so we're declaring it and we'll see what happens. We'll see if anybody shows up. Look at that. That looks so much better already. Like adding those details, those wings are so much better. Got enough of those curved slopes to make feathers on the wings. Yeah, probably. Let's see. The only problem is they're not inverse. But we do have these ramps too. Yeah, and then we also have these tiles. So I was thinking, you know, I could put one of these on here for the tile. Cover that up. There's special rules for M4 collab. The biggest rule is you need to follow the twin lug standard. So in other words, you have to have a 16x16 where it's plate, brick, plate. And then you have to have, in fact, let me see if I have a module close by. I do. So I'm almost done with this, and then we'll talk about that. How much time do you have, Hooded One, before you have to go? You have like 5 minutes? Because I think I'm almost done with this. I'm thinking about, I could put some of these red slopes like here for like on the snout. I think that might make it look more fierce too. I think, yeah, if you have 5 minutes before, and then I'll break out this module. You have a couple of minutes. Okay. All right, I'll come back to this. Let me show Hooded One. But this is looking so much better. My God, look at this dragon. That looks so much better than what they had originally. I don't know why they didn't want to use all that red. It's a dragon, you know? Okay. All right, let me set this aside so I can explain the Hooded One. Okay. All right, so PT McEwen. Oh, perfect. So PT and I participated in this collab when we were at Bricks Cascade. And what I was explaining is we have declared for Bricks by the Bay, we're going to do a massive collab. And we're calling it the Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse. And this is the standard. So essentially, Hooded One, all you have to do is create a 16 by 16, and then you have the first two studs here are black tiles. Then you have a light gray tile, LBG, light bluish gray. And then on the fourth stud, you have a white crosswalk. And then when you have a bunch of these all together, let me see, I might have a few here. So here's another module that was built. So you can make these blocks of these cities. So when you go to a convention, let me see if I can raise this up a little. Yeah, sorry, my gooseneck is really low today. I've got to rearrange this whole setup. Okay. All right, you can kind of see that. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. All right, so here's two modules. You could come to the convention with just one module, as long as you have this corner correct. Or you can come with 4 of these all together, which would make a city block. Or you could come up with multiples of these. For example, Max is working on a big golf course. So I think he's doing all of his edges all around the golf course. So since this is a multiverse, normally when you have a Micropolis collab, the Micropolis collab is all buildings, right? Because it's supposed to be a city, which we still want you to do buildings, and we still want you to do buildings on microscale. But the twist is you can do multiple themes. So if I wanted to bring a Harry Potter block, I could. If somebody wanted to bring a Spider-Man block, they could. You have a 2-module idea with the road in the middle. No, you couldn't really put the road in the middle here for it to work with the collab. See, that's the criteria. And let me see if I can pull up the website, because then that way, let me see if I can get this. Twin Lug is the group that did the standard. Yeah, Twin Lug Micropolis. All right, I'm going to put this into the chat. I'm not sure if I can pull this up on the screen real quick, but let me first put it in the chat, because I know you have to go. Oh, where is my chat? All right, here we go. You've seen it done? You've seen it done with the road in the middle? Can you explain the plate, brick, plate standard? Yeah, sorry. I was just doing the top down, so let me show the side view. Okay, so the side view is, and there's 2 different ways that people have been doing this. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, PT. All right, so when you're looking at the bottom of the plate, in fact, let me show you this one, because this one kind of has 2 different versions. If you read the Twin Lug standard that I just sent you the link, it has a plate, a brick, and then a plate. And then the row of tiles on top, right? The roads that we were talking about. One of the things that Zonker Harris has been doing, and this is part of Baylug, is we've been putting arches here. And PT and I built our modules with these arches. And by doing these arches, you can also route wires in between different modules and light them up. Yeah, so, and the other piece of the standard is this 1x4 Technic brick, because when you connect these together, they line up. So you can see that they line up there. So you can connect these, and then, like in this case, we would match the road up We'd match the road up and we would put it right there. So what I'm doing right now is I am getting ready to, or I've been reaching out to the theme coordinators about putting the the 4 M's, right? The Mega Micropolis, Metropolis, Mega Multiverse, and allowing people, if they register and they can't make it in person, to ship it to us ahead of time and then make arrangements with that. I already have a volunteer in the San Jose area who's willing to accept them, and then we're gonna put them all together at the show. So yeah, okay, so Max said he sent me a picture. Okay, because he wanted to build a skyway. Okay. Did you send that to my brickanista@gmail account, or did you send it to me on Instagram? Or you're going to send me a picture? Okay. The guy wanted to build a skyway. Okay. Well, you saw the standard as far as what we do. If you watch the Agents of Mock episode, where I walked through a lot of this with Troy and Alicia. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up, because then I can give you that link as well. Yeah, I just went on that show, and I thought I put it on my playlist. Let me check. Yeah, I did put it on my playlist. So let me see. How do I share this? Watch on YouTube? No. Edit in my YouTube? All right, what if I just click on it? Just click on that. Share, that's what I want. Okay. All right, I'm gonna copy this and let me put this in the chat. You haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay, yeah. Send me a picture when you get that. Okay, so here's the link for the episode that I was just on, Agents of Mock, and I talked about Micropolis. In fact, I called you, Max, the godfather of Micropolis. I actually said it in that broadcast. And I talked about lighting, we talked about the standard, we talked about the Mega Micropolis, Metropolis multiverse, and how he even said, so a multiverse, that means you can have, you know, all different kinds of themes all together, as long as you stick with the standard. You're going to bail? Okay, no problem, Max. You're going to send me the picture later? Sure, no problem. It just uses standard modules, but now has a way in the middle and on the front. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Hooded One, but I'm sure we can work it out. I'm sure we can figure out a way, because there have been people who've put skyways in their city. So, but I think they still had the streets on the outer edges. So I sent you the link already in the chat of the twin leg standard. So that goes in depth through that. And then that playlist link I just sent was my recent interview on Agents of Mock, where we talked about the standard and how the city can come together and all of that. So, but thanks, Max. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I think Hooded One has to leave pretty soon, because I think he's going to be going to work. So we took a little segue so that he could do that. But you can tell that, you know, this is a green lawn. You could have 4 modules, and let's just say you're doing Harry Potter. You could put tan and then build like a tan Hogwarts and microscale and put that in with these roads all around it. Or you can, you know, make a cliff or something and have it kind of go on the edge of the city. You know, we would just have to keep the roads away and figure out a way to put it in the city. But that's the important part, is that you all agree on a standard, and then that's what allows you to have these amazing cities come together at conventions. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the dragon. We have a little bit of time. But yeah, and once I hear from the theme coordinators, I'll make a bigger announcement on how you can participate in the Mega Micropolis Metropolis multiverse. But yeah, I'm super excited about it, because I think it's going to be fun. Okay, so let me just show you where we are with the dragon. Doesn't that look so much better than what they had before. And they had all these pieces in the box. Yeah, they needed the red. Look at the piece in front of you. Now mirror that piece on the right side. Okay, which piece in front of me? Which one are you referring to? Talking about this one? Those look mirrored. Or am I missing something? Okay. I'm not sure what you're referencing, hooded one, but yeah. Somebody had mentioned feathers. I think that was Lena before she left. And I'm looking to see if there's... I think I may have used most of those 1x2s. Yeah, so as far as the red pieces go, what's left is I have one ramp. I do have 2 of these, though. Wonder if I can... Where could I put those? I could just put them here, I think, on the underside. Gives it a little bit more of a finished look. We'll do that. I mean, actually, these are mixels. I could just do that, too. In fact, I am going to reverse these. Yep. We're going to put these so that the finished side is on the outside, I think. Oops. You got to go now? Okay, have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, I think now I see what you're saying about mirroring. I think, what happened here? Why is this yellow here? And I don't have one on this side. Ah, okay, it fell off. That's why. I think I need... Right? Right now I'm looking at this going, wait a minute. Did I not mirror this? Ah, I see. I think this is where this needs to go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing is I did a modification, so I've got to match things. Let's see. So this is probably a good exercise to make sure I've matched things. Yeah, so I need to move this over. Maybe that's what Hooded One was trying to say, is that they were off by a little bit. Okay. I mean, it could work either way, but I think this is a more finished look than this way, which is kind of how they had it before. You sent it to me in Messenger. Oh, okay. You definitely prefer it with the studs up too. You're talking about these. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And then if I wanted to, remember I had mentioned these red, I could put these, you know, why didn't they use all this red? And we have a lot of red here. I mean, look at this. That looks better, you know, instead of this yellow. It's supposed to be a dragon, folks. Dragons, red, green, you know. This is what dragons do. Well, like I said, this is why you're on the Brickanice Broadcast Network, because I modify things all the time. That's why they call them mocks, my own creation. So yeah, look at that, so much better. Color scheme wise, yeah, I don't know what you were thinking, Lego. Don't know what you were thinking. All right, check that out. So much better. Isn't that so much better? Studs up, finished with the red. Yeah, I mean the yellow still works too, but use the pieces you have in the box. Okay, I definitely like my dragon better than the Lego dragon. Sorry, Lego. But look at that. It's got a bigger wingspan. It's got red, putting red all over the place. It's still swooshable. I mean, there are a couple points. If I had boat studs, I would put them here to secure them better. I'm not sure. I guess this might be for one of the alternate builds. Okay. So much better. Look at that. Look at that. That is so much better. Let's see if I have anything else I can do. Like, I'm looking at this up here. Let's see if there's anything else I can do to secure it, because there is a bit of a gap. You can see that there's a like a 1x2 gap there. So do I have a 1x2? I have a yellow. Let's see, what else could I use in here? Ooh, I've got these. Can I put those on the side? No, those won't fit there. I need just a standard 1x2. 1x2, maybe these 1x2 jumpers might work, just to fill the gap. Will they fit? Nope, nope, doesn't fit. I need like a standard 1x2. This might work on the edge. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Nope. All right, let's see, what did I do? There we go. Okay, I think that's better, just to have, instead of, you know, having that gap. Yeah, I would prefer it in red, but the yellow will suffice, and it'll be more secure. That's the most important part. Aesthetically, it's not my favorite, but it helps secure it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I agree definitely, Zach, that studs up. And I'm even looking at anything else. Can we add to this? Looking at the pieces that are left over. So much better. Look at that. Oh my God. Like, what were you thinking? I mean, unless they're trying to leave enough pieces for another build, but I think you're supposed to do a 3-in-1 as if you can make any of these, right? Okay. I think this is picture ready. I think so. Okay. All right, so it is now 10:24, and in 35 minutes I am going to be on Instagram. So I'm trying to think if I should, let's see if there's anything else that I could do in a short amount of time before we hop over there. I do think this dragon looks so much better. Look at that. So much cooler than what we had before. Yeah, Lego, you really, I don't know what they were thinking. I guess they just wanted a yellow and blue dragon with no red. Lame. And I even moving this, I mean, I think they used this for stability, but when it was this yellow bar on the bottom, that also made no sense to me either. So yeah, I guess I could put this on rebrickable if I wanted to, that this is the modification. Yeah, I think we can still keep the feet yellow. I think that's fine. Yeah, that looks so much better. God, what were they thinking? Don't know. Studs upside down using mixels sound like an interesting challenge. Yeah. This is a ram's dragon. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it was a, so here's the original. Let me go show everybody the original. So if you are a fan of the LA Rams, then that's what Vicarious Brickstress was saying. It's a LA Rams one. Though I did go to UC Berkeley, so this could be a Berkeley dragon. But I think this one, I mean, look at the difference. I mean, just compare the original to what I put together. I think the Brickanista upgrade is better. I mean, just look at the wings. Those wings are kind of lame, actually. I think my wings are better. Or the Golden State Warriors dragon. Yeah, it could be Golden State Warriors, too. Or UC Berkeley. Or Michigan State. I mean, there's a lot of gold and blue teams that are out there, right? Okay. All right. So, well, let me ask the chat. Do you want to just take a 30-minute break and then hop onto Instagram later? Because I will be talking. Oh, I'll tell you what I am going to be doing, just in case anybody is not going to be participating in that, since I have my down camera up. This is something I've never done before. I was at the bookstore, and they had something called Blind Date with a Book. And they had all of these books wrapped like this. Just plain white wrapping. You can't tell what's inside. They do have the ISBN number on the back. So then that way they could, pull it up on the screen and they can charge you for it. So you can take a look. You can see that it's got the ISBN number, the price. It's definitely better. You're getting more gargoyle from the photo than anything. Yeah, exactly. So here, I'll read this description to everybody, which I think is hilarious, okay? So this says, a prodigal son of troupe performers goes to a magical university. Masterfully written prose with one of the best hard magic systems in the genre. Offers a surprisingly accurate depiction of college life, and it's my favorite intimate fantasy book. So I have no idea what this book is. So imagine you're at the bookstore and they have the main category here. So they had a couple fantasy books. They only had one sci-fi book because that's kind of what I was interested in. And they had historical fiction, horror, all these other categories. And I was talking to one of the, staff members there. And I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick one of these. How else are you going to learn about other authors? So I am going to open this wrapping at 11 o'clock when I'm on the stream on Instagram with my friend Suzanne. And the reason why we decided to do that today is she is in the Netherlands. She's 9 hours ahead. And we were coming up with the time. I said, well, if we do it on Thursday evening, my time, then I'll already be streaming anyway. So we'll just jump from YouTube to Instagram. So that's why we're doing that. And I have no idea what this is. So I thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do on stream, is to open up this book or open up the wrapping on this book and figure out what this book is. And she is she's an author as well. And she says she knows a lot of fantasy books. And I showed her this description. She goes, I have no idea what that is. So we will find out in about half an hour to an hour. So that's what we're going to be doing. She's going to open a gift that I sent to her from Arizona. She just got it. So think about it. I sent it, I think, February 15th, and she just got it. That's how long the mail has been taking. And then I am going to be opening this, just kind of a curiosity thing. So it'll be interesting to see what it is. Fantasy can be tricky. People have different ideas for fantasy. Good luck. Yes, I know. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to move over to my full screen and chat for a little bit. Okay, my friends, and let me show the front camera. This is a dragon, and I agree with Zach. This is a gargoyle. This is not a dragon, but this is adorable. I think my modifications that just had everything in the box, I think this is a better interpretation of a dragon, and you could use all the pieces that were there. And that's part of the beauty of these 3-in-1 creator sets, is that you can modify it to be your own. And I think for some reason, Lego had decided to keep it just blue and yellow as far as the main colors of the palette. But when you add all, especially these angled plates, it's kind of like, it just shouts out wing to you, right? Yeah. So I'm going to keep this, and what I may do is put in alternate instructions, because the other thing I did is on the side, you can kind of see here, I put the red and a little bit of the curve. I put in those ramps, the red ramps on the tail, and the curve 1x2 as well, and also the curve 1x2 on the tips. I think just that little bit of styling adds more character to it. So yeah, so that's my dragon based on the 3-in-1 creator set. Still have lots of pieces left over from this set. Second time I've used this method and pieces did not go flying off the table. Something did fall off, which I'll have to figure out what it was, but it wasn't from this set. So I'm not counting that as an oh no moment. But I think what I'll do, so it's 10:32 right now. I'm just going to make a couple announcements, and I think what I'll do is I will have to do some prep work anyway to switch between YouTube to Instagram. And the Instagram feed won't be that long. It's going to be essentially an unwrapping of the gifts, and then the unwrapping of this book, and kind of following up from the last time I had a conversation with Suzanne. So yeah, so a couple announcements. So as I mentioned earlier, I will not be streaming on Sunday. I'm going to take this opportunity this weekend pretty much to clean up my workspace. And since it's spring, it's kind of a spring cleaning type of weekend, and it's Good Friday tomorrow and Easter. So it's a good time to kind of reflect and be thinking about what I want to do with the stream. I've already made the announcement that I have gotten a full-time job, yay, and they already know I stream Lego, which is awesome because, you know, they said everybody has hobbies, so as long as it's not like moonlighting and I'm just doing it as a hobby, they have no problem with it. So good news for people who follow me regularly. I should still be able to keep my Thursday and Sunday streams as I have been doing. I'm also adding a Wednesday stream. So Wednesday night, starting next week, I will be co-hosting a stream with Remy Baker. So Remy goes by Brick Literacy. So Brick Literacy and I are going to be doing some testing next week because there's a new function in StreamYard called Teams. And what you can do is you can have multiple team members who can create new broadcasts, who can show the different comments, and it's not just the main streamer, which is awesome because, as I mentioned, with my new job, I do have board meetings to attend on Wednesday nights, the last Wednesday of the month. So this will be a co-stream. It'll be me and Remy as Brick Literacy, and we're still working on the name, but you know I'm big into alliteration. So right now we're calling it When, What, Why Wednesdays. So, and there might be a who in there every now and then, and our first guest is going to be Alyssa from 9 Brick City, and we're going to talk about this Brickmaster 2022 that she did. So that's going to be on the 20th on Wednesday. So we're adding a Wednesday stream at 6 o'clock p.m. Oh, Yin Yang 47, how's it going? You missed my modification of the dragon build. So I added all the red pieces so it looks more dragon-like. How are you? Yeah, I was just making some announcements about my schedule. I'll be talking more in depth on my Instagram stream about my new job. So I will be starting a new job on April 25th. It's really exciting because I'm going to be part of this program in Seattle, and it has to do with Lego too. So I'm excited about that. And it will change my stream slightly because I think if I have to go out of town for an event, then, and I was doing this already. When I went to Bricks Cascade, I wasn't streaming at the time. But my Thursday schedule, so today, Thursday nights, I will still be doing that. Sundays at 1 o'clock, I will still plan to be doing that. Sundays at 1 and Sundays at 9. And so the 9 o'clock stream is on Twitch. And then I'm adding a new stream on Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. And that's because Remy Baker is on East Coast time, and we didn't want to make it too late for him. And we're going to start this stream this coming up Wednesday on the 20th. And that stream is going to start with our special guest, Alyssa from 9 Brick City. And we're going to talk about her recent challenge of Brickmaster 2022, how it went, you know, what are some of the things that people learned from it, and, you know, what is she going to do next? Is she going to do another one pretty soon? And how are we to get involved some more? So super excited about the new lineup. I'm going to try to do a better job keeping my schedule posted on the Discord server. And because this weekend is Easter Sunday, I'm not going to be streaming this Sunday, but the new schedule. So my next stream after my Instagram special stream that I'm going to do right after this at 11 o'clock. So right after that Instagram stream, my next stream won't be until Wednesday. The special stream that we're starting Wednesdays at 6 o'clock on YouTube. And this will be a co-stream with Remy Baker Brick Literacy. So those are the big announcements. And then I will announce what my job is coming up on Instagram, because I have a bigger following on Instagram. And it's really exciting news. And it'll be great to have somebody like Suzanne to talk to about it. I think that'll be more interesting than me just saying, this is the job that I have. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's a great opportunity. It'll be up here in Seattle. And as many of you know, I've been toying with this idea of, you know, what do I do with my consulting business versus working full time? So that is official on April 25th. And what I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's exactly 1 year after I met that psychic when I did my first Brickanista on the Move episode. And much of what she said in that prediction is actually part of this job. So if you want to know more, I'm going to go ahead and go on to Instagram in about 20 minutes. So once again, thank you so much for hanging out. Yin Yang, Zach, let's see, Doc was here earlier, Lena, Vicarious Brickstress, Max Braun, Hooded One, PT McEwen, everybody who's been hanging out. Really appreciate you being here. And I will see you, some of you, on my Instagram stream. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care and like that stream. Like it and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.